Good evening. This is Mario from the Global Weather News and Trends channel. Today is October 23rd, 2018. Time is 8:41 p.m. And one of the things where we're going to do is basically we always start off with our web channel, our YouTube channel here, is to go over information at a global scale. We always look at the global maps on here. And one of the things you'll notice here with temperature-wise, temperatures are pretty moderate in the United States, 40s, 50s, and 60s. South America it's heating up a little bit compared to Australia, which is really 90s and 100s. And then you look up north where winter should be approaching. Siberia is in the negative teens, 20s on here. Greenland is negative 40 on here. So in Europe is pretty decent with the 40s, 50s, and 60s weather there. So again, a great map to look at. I do suggest you look at it on a daily basis. It does allow you to look at the future on here, and you're able to click on things, the date here, and play with it in the future and see what's going on, and also what rain. The next thing we always talk about is the ROES Disaster Map. Again, this site is always used by major corporations, governments, to see at a global scale what's going on. And this company here in Hungary, they work their butts off just to get information on here. Again, it's very useful. It shows you the earthquakes, what's going on. Right now, there's a typhoon, category 2, might be hitting the China coast here. You see the usual earthquakes are going along the New Zealand and in Alaska on here. And let's see anything unusual. Again, this will tell you a lot about accidents here. And again, if you scroll down, you'll be able to see what's going on the last 20 hours. And right now there was a tornado in Cyprus, which is kind of unusual. That doesn't happen, but with the extreme of the weather and the sun itself, so it's not a surprise. There's a landslide in Colombia that just happened. Extreme weather in South Africa, extreme weather in Italy, and that's something we're going to look at in a little while. And then a tornado in upstate New York, which is kind of rare too. So again, very interesting website here, and you can look at long-term events and things like that. So one of the things I wanted to go over is Rome suffers hailstorm and flooding, which is kind of interesting because when do you hear about Europe getting hailstorms and even Rome on here? And if we look at the pictures, there's a good article from BBC News on here. You can see, says here, a wave of extreme weather bringing hail, floods, strong winds has brought parts of Italy to a standstill. After a long spell of hot weather, Rome suffered damage from major hailstorm and torrential rains overnight. So, I mean, look at the pictures there. I mean, that's hail. That's almost a foot, 6 inches to a foot of hail. I mean, that's remarkable there. And one thing there. And then you can see the rain falling. Again, pictures of Rome. And then the flooding, which they're not used to. And then more pictures of the hail, more of the flooding there, rain, again, something in the lightning. Lightning, what you're going to see over time is going to get more extreme in some places there. And I mean, they had some light shows there with the lightning there. And then the other one thing, what's just interesting, what's the big thing going on, is this square iceberg. And this is from Life Science website. I mean, you look at that. NASA saying that's natural. We have comparisons to other ones. That cannot be. Too bad we can't see the rest of it. But I mean, if we look at it closely, it's a perfect square on all sides. I mean, that's not naturally done. I mean, we know the molecule atoms level, it could produce squares like salt. Salt is a square itself. But at this level, I mean, they say it came off a shelf. But I mean, unless somebody with a giant cookie cutter came out and cut it, that's not, to me. And again, this is where I get into the portions of different aspects. But again, this could be a lot of things. This is not man-made because we don't have the capability to make something like this. And if you look, this is not just something in feet. This looks like it's in hundreds of feet, miles, or maybe like that. Too bad they don't give us the rest of it, but there's nothing here that shows it was cut. I mean, it could have been done by some other alien force. I know some people are like, what? But yeah, I mean that's the thing there. Um, that it could be something, unless like our government's not telling us anything. But again, it's just something interesting, not to go these tangents here, make up stuff. But again, you never know what's out there. But again, that's what the latest news we have here. I do hope you enjoy the channel. Again, I'm still evolving, still, and again, I'm limited to 10 minutes, but I'm trying to get more deeper topics on here. But again, I want to get this out, and if not, you have a good day, and I'll see you soon. Bye bye.